What's going on, guys? It is Riveting Whale 22 for Wolfpack Productions here with the first episode of the completely unscripted podcast. My co-host will be here in just a second, but I just want to remind you guys, in order to take part, drop by the Rich and Eric's recording room on the Wolfpack Productions 2.0 server, and now it's time to bring in my co-host. This stupid thing will pause. And now. All right, so she's not here just yet. I'm trying to see if I can get her back in here, but all right, is she here? Yes, she is. Let's unmute her and say hello to my co-host. This is Sora Stryder. What's going on, Sora?
Nothing much. Sorry, I just had to.
Yeah, and I guess that was just a practice round because I can't believe I'm saying this. I forgot to hit record and I forgot to hit stream too. I could have been more prepared, but oh well. So let's firstly talk about how this show works. It's one of those radio call-in shows. But instead of calling by phone, like I said earlier, you join our chat room and then we'll mute you for a few seconds and bring you on when we're ready for you. Now there's a few other co-hosts we have that aren't with us right now. Hopefully they'll join in at some point in the show. That'd be DesertAztecEntertainment, AZ Wildcats 81. I think I got his name right. And we also have Steffi Soul joining, and of course Ascended Saiyan also joining as well. Oh, and we can't forget our good friend Joe when he's here. Could be joining.
Yeah, I'm going to be on and off on this particular occasion, but I am here for the moment. I had a slight issue with my laptop a second ago, but I am here.
Oh shoot, everything okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. It was literally just like my laptop crashed when you were fixing up the thingamabob, and then I'm back now. It's all good.
Yep, indeed. Definitely
Yep.
the link to our podcast. Sorry, I failed. Sorry. If I could throw in the link to this thing. Oh, there it is.
I don't think I was about to say. I don't know.
Gotta link a few people to this thing.
All right, so what are we going to talk about first? Backlash?
Yeah, Backlash goes first, and I think we should lead into the draft with that. But yeah, guys, everybody listening, we're just game planning on the fly here.
Yeah, well, that's how we do it. That's how we do it here at
we had technically a triple main event, which is an interesting way to do it, but let's start with the main event, Cody versus Brock. Now, I've seen people saying that Brock bleeding was a botch. I don't think so. I think that was intentional.
Well, considering that they'd already had 2 blade jobs in the same week on an episode of NXT, I'm pretty sure it was blading. It was for sure intentional.
And I was almost sure WWE was like WCW in that they don't allow blading. But
I mean, they are. They don't care now, obviously.
Cody winning cleanly is a shock because usually to beat Brock Lesnar, you gotta dirty it up a little bit.
Well, I mean, Roman beat him clean that one time, like however many years ago. Before he needed fucking El Hijo del Umaga to help him win matches.
Speaking of Roman Reigns, I'm gonna say something that I think we all agree with here. Kill Roman's reign already.
Kill John Lennon. Nah, yeah. We got to end that reign.
1,000 plus days. All right. And people complain about Triple H's reign of terror. Roman's has already been double the length. So.
Yeah, I mean, Triple H's reign of terror also had good matches for its entire reign. Roman hasn't had a good match since 2021.
Then again, Also, Triple H's Reign of Terror also included Katie Vick.
I mean, it also included him being racist and winning.
Oh yeah, the whole Booker T thing.
Yeah, and then it's crazy that they had him be racist, and then
I'm surprised
instead
they
of
let him
having him
say
lose,
that.
he won. He won.
I'm surprised they let him say that.
Yeah, that's for Trucy.
Because like he wasn't in charge yet, so he didn't have the pull to say I want to do this or I want to do that. That had to be a
yeah, well,
Vince
but I mean, he
thing.
was fucking the boss's daughter, so.
Okay, anyway, back to Backlash. Bad Bunny and Damian
Back on the lash.
Priest. God, that was one of the
Yeah,
best
no,
street
hold on,
fights I've
wait.
ever
You forgot
seen.
you forgot about the bloodline bullshit 6-man tag, because that's up next.
Yeah, I was trying to, but
Yeah, no, it was a 6-man tag
it
team
was
match
Sammy
that
KO
includes
and
the
Matt
bloodline.
Riddle against the Bloodline.
Yeah, fuck Matt Riddle. That shit sucked. Matt Riddle sucked in that match, and the Bloodline sucked in that match. And if I see another tweet saying there's cracks in the Bloodline, I swear to God, I'm gonna cause cracks in your Bloodline.
But there is, you see, but
Yeah, but there was cracks in the Bloodline 2 years ago, and there was cracks in the Bloodline a year ago, and 6 months ago, and 4 months ago, and 2 months ago.
and just last
Just
night.
get over it.
Yeah, let's kill this storyline already and form another new stable. Let them run for as long as the Bloodline did, and see if everybody still complains about it.
Yeah, well, people are complaining about Bullet Club being around for 10 years, and it's still around, so.
To be fair, Bullet Club has star power. Bloodline outside of Roman Reigns, I'm not so sure.
Dude, you're talking about a faction that's led by David Finlay.
Okay, let me rephrase that. They have had star power.
Yeah, David Finlay is really a charisma black hole. I don't know why he's the leader of the group. Like, he's an wrestler, but it is insane that they went from main event Jay White to David Finlay barely winning never openweight title matches.
Well, I think most wrestling companies could do better with stables, though. I think a good example of a good one is the one in Stardom that's got Jesse Command, and I was actually surprised she actually debuted with him.
Yeah, the thing is as well is, I mean, they're doing fine, but they're not winning titles or anything.
Hell, I was surprised Jesse went over there in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Jesse's even wrestled a match. I think she's wrestled like a match since she's been out there.
Better than nothing. But
yeah.
The other Backlash main event is the one I wanted to really get to, but with Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. Oh man, that was one of the better street fights I think I've ever seen.
I mean, there's been a lot of hardcore matches that are pretty good, and this was one of them for sure.
Oh god, yes. What was it? That Canadian Destroyer off of a sound equipment spot or whatever it was?
Yeah, I think so. I've seen clips of it on Twitter.
It was either a Canadian Destroyer or a South of Nowhere, and I know it wasn't the latter because it was Bad Bunny doing it. So
I was like, last time I saw a dude do a Canadian Destroyer off a ladder, they broke their knee. So
actually, no, it was Priest. It was Priest doing the South of Nowhere off of it, and I remember this because the minute it happened, I messaged Yugi on Discord and said, "He's dead."
Well, he isn't. He won.
Somehow we got. Seriously, if I were Bad Bunny, I think I'd have just stayed down right there.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of Backlash is really bad though, because then you have Rhea Ripley stack packing and fucking Zelina Vega in 7 minutes.
To be honest, I would have given Zelina the win there. It was a home country thing. I mean, I'm probably gonna take heat from Twitter for saying Ripley should have lost, but look where they were.
Yeah, I don't give a shit though.
You don't tell the hometown hero story and have the hometown hero lose.
Yeah, but that's like saying, oh yeah, well they're gonna run fucking trying to think of people. Oh, like if Layla came back for one match and then she had a match with Rhea Ripley, that she should have won in the UK. Like that doesn't fucking mean anything to me. Like that's a hot take inside of itself. That's a hot take inside of itself, right? And I'm all for people winning in their hometown, but if it's title matches, it's someone like Rhea who's probably going to lose at SummerSlam. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, lose the title on a B show to someone who isn't even taken as a serious threat yet. And I like Zelina. I think Zelina's fucking cool as hell. But if she won the title, it would devalue the title.
What I think is she'll win the title, but maybe Backlash wasn't the right fit or wasn't the right place.
Yeah, I feel like if Selena's gonna win it, she's gonna win Money in the Bank and cash in. I would like that very much.
I think that's where they're going. I mean, but you have to remember one thing though. WWE again loves the hometown thing, and they're probably going to shoehorn somebody from the UK into that Money in the Bank match just for appeal.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be Will Ospreay, bruv. I'm gonna win the Universal title.
I actually think if we're talking about the entire UK, not just England, they'll do it with Drew McIntyre.
Well, I mean, Drew McIntyre apparently wants to quit, so I don't think he's gonna be in the Money in the Bank.
But he was drafted.
Wait, no,
though. That's
wait,
the
no,
thing.
no, wait, hold up. The best part is, right? I don't think he's even showing up at Money in the Bank because he's been taken off the advertising. And they usually
And
only
yet
take
they
someone off
did
the
draft
advertising
him.
if they're not going to show up. Yeah, they
They did.
drafted him, but that doesn't mean shit. They fucking drafted fucking Indy Hartwell, and she's not going to be on TV for like 6 months.
So what we got to get to now is tomorrow night's NXT, where I think Indy said there's a tournament that's going to be beginning, and it looks like they just revived that last segment on NXT last week. Basically, just revealed the entire tournament, who's in it.
Yeah. I mean, you'd know more about that because I haven't watched NXT in about
It
a
looks
year.
like it's going to be the entire what's left of the women's roster. You know, with the fact that you lost the tag team champions, you lost Life of the Party, which is Caden and Casey, Katana, and you lost your NXT Women's Champion both to Andrea in the draft in the same night. Wow. So let's see who's left that could possibly take that belt with Alba Fire, Isla Dawn. Basically, Alba Isla, Caden Casey, and Indy. Your entire main event gone. Who could?
I mean, they could just
win that?
that's probably gonna be Tiffany Strand. I can't lie to you. It's gonna be
I
Tiffany
hope.
Strand.
Hope it's either her, Kiana, or Fallon Henley.
Yeah, I think the only one of those names you said is likely, and it's not the other two you said.
They'll probably get pretty deep in the tournament, and one of them's going to lose to Stratton, I'll bet.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I think they're going to get past the first round
I
because
mean,
I don't think they
I
care as much about them as you care about them, or as I care about them.
To be fair, though, they have had a lot of TV time with that stupid that stupid romance angle, but
Oh, that was only because they were the women's tag team champs, and they're not champs anymore. So,
but the problem is,
who knows?
Who are the champions going to even be now? Do they go? I don't think they go back to Kiana and Fallon. They're done.
Yeah, I think it's going to be given to Amish, Shanky, and Veer.
No. The women's tag titles is what I'm talking about.
Oh no, I know. That's what I said.
Jeez. Sometimes I hate your opinions, and this is one of those times.
Now, I think it's going to be Ava Rain and random goth chick number 43. And it's going to be for the schism.
I was going to say GG and JC repair up and get the titles back, but that ain't never happened.
Yeah, I was about to say, considering what JC said to GG on NXT last week, I don't think they're teaming anytime soon. Yeah, it's talking about someone's like PTSD is kind of like.
I think they would rather boot each other in the mouth multiple times.
Yeah, no, I feel like if anything, if JC's gonna fucking team with anybody, it probably would be like Ava, I guess. Oh no, man, I just want to see Schism win for once.
No, I think it'd be better with GG and Ava, actually.
Yeah, but GG's a face and Ava's a heel because she's in the Schism.
Though with Schism, I have a feeling that once the dyad get released, Schism is going to be dead anyway. So
yeah, that's in November though, because their contracts end in November.
By then, Joe Gacy is probably going to go to the main roster anyhow.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't, because they didn't treat him well in NXT. So I don't think they're going to treat him well on the main roster either. Considering that the first thing they're going to do is have him feud with like Bray Wyatt, and it's going to be the most gashed match of all time.
What if you actually had him bounce off Bray Wyatt and actually stabilize with the guy, stable with him?
I don't want to see Joe Gacy and Bray Wyatt in the same ring ever. That is me being completely dead off. I don't care for Bray Wyatt. I don't want to see his gobbledygook bullshit anymore. I am so tired.
So you'd rather
Bray Wyatt and his
weird. You'd rather him do the cult leader thing rather than do the Fiend.
He's not the Fiend. He's fucking sad, depressed, emo Bray Wyatt. I just want him to go around choking people with the mandible claw. That's all I want.
I think we all want to see that part.
I don't want any of this gobbledygook fucking Taylor Wyndham dressed like Uncle Howdy. Howdy, guys, I'm gonna hit this Abigail. And it is Taylor Wyndham. You can tell it's Taylor Wyndham because it's the same height.
There's rumor going around that Uncle Howdy will be in 2K23, so a DLC, but.
Oh yeah, but Bray's not. That's fucking crazy. They got
Bray
Uncle Howdy, but not Bray Wyatt.
Hang on. Bray is actually in the game as DLC.
Yeah, I don't have the game, so I don't care.
And I have a few
Backlash.
people saying for the DLC though, one last thing. I have had certain people saying that Mia Yim might pop up in the OC DLC pack. I was like, she came back way too soon. Or too late. Anyway, overall with Backlash, oh god, mid pay-per-view minus the 3 main events.
Yeah, mid show. For real.
You can't do much more than to have Raw do better than Backlash tonight. I mean, seriously. If you can't beat if Raw can't beat Backlash, something's terribly wrong.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you a spoiler right now. They won't. I mean, you've seen Backlash in the last 3 years.
Under the WrestleMania Backlash name, yeah, they've all been pretty bad.
Well, I mean, it's not WrestleMania Backlash; it's just Backlash.
Last two were still under the WrestleMania Backlash name, though.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be back in a second. I'm just gonna sort something out real quick. That's all right.
All right. And while she's out, I guess I will quickly cover the Stanley Cup playoffs for my parent teams, the Carolina Hurricanes and the Dallas Stars. I believe the words curb stomping come into play here. Stars lose 7-2 to the Seattle Kraken. And the Hurricanes lose 8-4 to the. Who did we lose to? I'm sorry, I just forgot who we lost to. But I'll look at my NHL up. I'm trying my hardest to forget that Carolina game, so. Anyway, let's see. Calling up the application here because I can't remember who Carolina lost to. I should be able to remember this because I was griping about it on Facebook the entire damn time. So let's see here. Oh, it was New Jersey. Normally, I would be able to excuse a loss to the New Jersey Devils. Normally. But an 8-4 loss, I'm sorry, I can't excuse that. It felt like our defense didn't show up and our offense barely responded. I think we were lucky to get 4 against the Devils. But onto the western side of this, the Dallas Stars and the Seattle Kraken. Oh my god. We should not be losing to the Kraken of all the teams to lose to. 7-2 also? What the hell is this, a baseball score? Was I accidentally watching a Texas Rangers game? Anyway. Both game 3s are tomorrow night. God damn, I hope we show up in both cases. Anyway, now that she's back.
Yes, I'm on my phone mic, so I'm going to sound a lot worse, but that's fine.
That's fine. As long as we get you in here.
Yeah.
Hey, since you did it, why not? Let's see if the soundboard will record. This will be the chance we get to do it.
Yeah! Shouts out.
So, yeah. I'm assuming you only caught the end of the semi-long-winded hockey rant.
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
At some point in the next half an hour, I'll probably go over Dynamite, but right now I'm washing up, so I will be talking about random.
Hey, the podcast is about random crap anyway, so.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Jay White and AEW so far? Had a crazy match of Commander, Bullet Club Gold.
Well, it is Jay
You
White. I
see,
expect good matches out of the guy no matter where he goes, to be fair.
yeah, I think what they're leading to, if they haven't already done it, because I know they've done Ricky and Juice, but I think the next pay-per-view match is going to be Jay and Ricky Starks. And holy, that match is flat.
Something tells me though, for our next Nexus Premier pay-per-view, I'm more than likely going to lose that belt, especially if there's a Japanese show involved. Because
It's probably going to be, I'm not going to lie to you, it's probably going to be Double or Nothing considering we're in May.
I
Double or
actually
Nothing
have.
continues.
Then again, I can't lose my title at a Japanese show for one reason though. Me and Golem have actually agreed that since I don't watch the Japanese stuff, it would be unfair for me to even be involved in those.
Oh yeah, no, but the next show that's coming up that I know of in that Fed is probably Double or Nothing, which currently is going to be main evented by all four of the pillars fighting each other in MJF, Jungle Jack Perry,
that
Darby
show
Allin,
is going to be that's the Wembley show, isn't it?
No, the Wembley show is in August.
And they've already sold out for that. That's remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, WWE didn't even do that when they went to Wembley because they almost sold it out, but they didn't sell
They
out.
had 90,000 there, so AEW can come talk to me when they hit 90,000 at Wembley. It was 92 actually, but
it wasn't. That's a lie, by the way, because WWE
they said on the pay-per-view was about 90,000 people were there.
Yeah, well, you do realize that like most people have also debunked the whole 93,000 people at WrestleMania 3 because there wasn't actually 93,000 people there.
Yeah, but I thought we were talking about SummerSlam 92 here, but...
Yeah, also, you wouldn't be able to fit 92,000 people in there because you can only fit about 85, 90,000 in there. So they're lying.
I know SummerSlam 92 sold out because that was the Bulldog Brett match.
No, because from what I remember, the paid attendance was 78,000 people because someone calculated it not that long ago.
So they actually have already beaten WWE's Wembley record.
I think almost, possibly. I know that last time I checked, it was about 65.
So what I'm wondering is Money in the Bank at Wembley now, or I can't remember where it's going to be.
I think it's in the O2, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if they would have a B paper. Well, actually, Money in the Bank's an A pay-per-view now, but I don't think they'd have one outside of the Big Four at Wembley, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean,
they could have had Clash of the Castle at Wembley, but they could have had Clash at Wembley, but yeah, the crowd would have been smaller than they would have liked. I think with Clash, it was the right idea to have it in Scotland.
It wasn't in Scotland, it was in Wales.
Wales, okay. Still though.
Which is even weirder, because it was like, Drew McIntyre's fighting in his homeland. It's like, he's not, he's in Wales. He's from Scotland.
Next Clash of the Castle, make it in Scotland.
Someone actually made I think it was in one of the TW servers we're in. Someone actually made a blue version of the Clash of the Castle logo for a Clash of the Castle Scotland. You know, I love TW servers because people will just book crazy stuff. Like, I went in one of them earlier, and someone had booked Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega in an Iron Man match in Wembley. That's not
so crazy. I can actually see that happening.
No, in Wembley.
Still, I can see that happening.
I don't know if
not this year at Wembley, but maybe at some point.
Well,
to be fair, we don't have the card for the Wembley show yet, so...
Yes, because it's in August.
We don't...
but that tells you how
anything could go down between now and August, to be fair, so...
it's crazy, though, that AEW are, like, this successful, that they're selling this many seats...
This soon.
On a card that's not even there. And AEW good for that, because they sold out that arena in Chicago for Dynamite on the rumor of Punk showing up. And then he did. And honestly, I think Punk's going to be on this show. I don't know what he's going to do, but I feel like Punk's going to be back by Wembley, and he's going to have a match against someone on the show. And you can talk to me about politics, whatever, I don't care.
At this point in time, I'm not sure having Punk back in the ring is a good idea.
But he wasn't that bad in the ring when he was last there, to be honest.
No. It's not for the in-ring junk. It's for, the brawl-out crap. a while back ago.
Yeah, but did you not realize that Collision was a show made for Punk, and the first episode's in Chicago for a reason?
When does Collision even air? I was thinking it was last Saturday.
No, I don't know when it airs, but it's going to probably be in a few months' time because I don't know if Punk's cleared. Because last time I heard about Punk, he had a torn pec.
Well,
which
I'm
he
gonna let
sustained-
you and
Not in Brawl Out, but I think he sustained it in CM Punk versus Moxley at All Out.
I think the best thing to do will be to have you and Ascended Saiyan doing AEW because you guys know about it more about it than anyone, especially him.
Yeah, no, I probably know more about it than him though, because I've been on that
I'd like to see
AEW train.
that.
Well, I mean, I was on that AEW train from them announcing it on Being the Elite. That's how deep I am. I was into it when they were
I think
talking
he's
about it.
been there since day one. The very
Oh no, I've
first
probably been
pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there longer then because I was there when they were announcing it on BTE. I was there when All In happened. I was there when I was watching BTE when AJ Styles would make cameos. That's how long I've been watching this shit.
The question I have now is, when do you have Jade Cargill losing that belt?
When Chris comes back.
Sorry, who?
It's gonna be,
Chris Statlander. Okay.
Yeah, because they were building Statlander to beat her before she got injured. And Tony Khan's the kind of guy where he has a very set plan in mind. And honestly, fair enough, Chris Statlander being the one to do it would make her like just a big star. And I love Chris Statlander so much. Not even just because she's extremely
I don't know
pretty.
why, but I kind of want to see Britt Baker take the other title back from Jamie Hayter. I don't think that would happen.
No, I don't think that's a good idea because Britt Baker, for some reason, decided. How can I say this in a way that doesn't sound really rude? Britt Baker was better a wrestler at the beginning of her reign than she is now. She's kind of degenerated in a weird way.
Honestly, part of me wants to see her pair up with Adam Cole.
I don't fucking care. I don't want to see no, because that's going to give me flashbacks of when WWE were doing that bollocks with Rollins constantly sucking Becky Lynch's dick on Raw, being like, I'm fucking the man, I'm Daniel
God, that whole thing when they paired Boring Corbin, and Lacey Evans up. You mean?
Yeah. And honestly, they did it with Britt Baker. I like Britt Baker, but I think I'd hate Britt Baker if I had to see her constantly doing bullshit with Adam Cole.
I mean, I may get heat for saying this. I don't care. Bring it on. I'm one of the few fans Lacey Evans actually has.
Yeah, well, Lacey Evans is a piece of shit, so you should probably...
Let's not go into that.
Well, no, you're making it like that when you do realize that, like, the very people that she doesn't like are people like me. You know what I mean? Like, the autistic people that she's targeting, I have that.
So do I, and honestly, I care more about the character than I do the person.
Yeah, well,
in some
she
cases.
Good character either. He says, that guy was in the military one time. Oh, boo-hoo, cry for me. I'm going to shit you were in the military.
I mean, to be fair, there are some people that I've seen over the years that I can't stand the person now that I know more about them, and I didn't like the character either. Let me think. Who was it that was... Dick Murdoch. That's who I'm thinking of.
That's me with Lacey Evans.
I saw the tail end of Dick Murdoch's career when they brought him in for the Royal Rumble one year. I was like, I don't know who this guy is. Come to find out years later, the guy's a horrible racist and a piece of trash as a whole.
I was about to say, I mean, if you want to watch a good cowboy wrestler who's actually a good wrestler and not a piece of shit, just watch Stan Hansen, yeah.
Seeing him, remember, I grew up with a lot of these guys, so...
I mean,
Stan Hansen's lariat is probably the inspiration for JBL's lariat, too.
Well, I mean, everyone was doing a lariat back in the day, but no one was doing a lariat like fucking Stan Hansen. Because when you got hit with the Western lariat, you were dead.
Then again, I think when he was in the AWA anyway, Hansen actually had a literal bull rope with a bell attached to it, wrapped around his hand when he did a lariat.
Well, I don't think he did that all the time in All Japan, but I know he came out with the bull rope because I was watching a video about it the other day. Because Hansen had a team one time with Dr. Death. I think he teamed with Vader.
That's an interesting combo. Hansen and Vader did team. I wish I'd seen more of them as a team.
Yeah, because that was when Vader came back from the Fed, and they actually gave him a really big push, and he was world champion.
You're
It was great.
meaning the short time he spent in WWF, he went back to Japan after that?
Yeah, because yeah, exactly.
We all know
After
why
he
he left the WWE in the first place, though. So
he got fired. Is why he left. It's not because they were doing anything.
I
His
thought it
contract
was
just ran
because
out.
the Click actually got him fired for being too stiff.
Yeah, I don't think that's true, considering that he hadn't even worked with the Click since like a year by the time he gets released, because he leaves WWE in like 97, 98. And the Shawn Michaels stiffing incident was in 1996.
Yeah, I wasn't sure on exact dates, but I knew it happened. And I had heard theory videos from stuff like What Culture and things like that were saying that perhaps maybe it was because of the stiffing incident that led to the firing. Maybe not was the main. Might not have been the main contributor. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, not Stan Hansen even, Vader got a goated run when he went back to Japan anyway, because he got the Triple Crown title, and he was God. He was just killing everyone. He beat Misawa. God, I love that era of Vader so much. Shout out to Kim Justice for making that video, for real. The main reason I know about that is because I was watching the Kim Justice video about it.
Yeah, I've seen that one. She does some really good stuff, whether it's on video games or wrestling. Her stuff is actually pretty good.
Yeah, her wrestling stuff's probably like the main stuff I'll be watching. Like the one on what was it W1 Japan or whatever? Wrestling one. It was like wrestling fighting sports of one. And it was that company that Tenru opened off. No, not Tenru even. Fucking Ricky Choshu. The Ricky Choshu opened after he left.
How is it that when the Japan guys, some of the Japan guys went to the WWF back in the 90s, they did nothing with them outside of having them thrown out of the Royal Rumble in seconds?
Because Vince McMahon's racist and he hates Japanese people.
If that were the case, he wouldn't have pushed Shinsuke Nakamura or Asuka, but
Did he push Shinsuke Nakamura? Did he fucking ever? Bruv, he held 2 mid-card titles, barely defended them, then lost them.
I thought he had the World Heavyweight Championship at one point.
Never. Not even once. He held it in NXT, but he doesn't book NXT. He never held the world title on the main roster.
Hopefully now then is the time to give Shinsuke that world title gold. I know I believe he's in the tournament though, but
can WWE just let him go back to New Japan? I would just love to see him back.
Or even All Elite Wrestling would do him better.
I don't want to see him in AEW. I just want him to go back to Japan, have a feud with Okada or whatever, and then retire. Honestly.
Do you really think that Nakamura has that little left that he should just go ahead and retire now?
Well, no, I'm just saying, because I'm pretty sure he said not that long ago that he doesn't think he has that many years left in him.
I mean, Brock Lesnar said, I think Brock Lesnar said that he's probably only got a year or two left and he's gone, so.
Yeah, well, I don't care about Brock Lesnar, so.
To be fair, I think we need to move out of the Brock Lesnar era. We've already kind of moved out of the Goldberg and the Undertaker era, thankfully, because neither one of them can really move that well anymore.
No, I can't wait till Goldberg shows up in AEW and loses the MJF big style.
Oh, gosh.
Full Gear 2027.
I thought I saw a graphic with Goldberg saying that Goldberg was All Elite. I'm assuming that was a Photoshop job.
Oh yeah, no shit, it was a Photoshop job. You think Goldberg would talk to Tony Khan?
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe.
Tony Khan looks like a crackhead. Goldberg probably wouldn't even want to be in this man's vicinity. He's like, I'm gonna put you in a match against MJF, and you're gonna lose, buddy.
Sound like Mickey Mouse?
Nah, that's a Deadlock reference, because when they do Tony Khan voice, they have like high pitch. It's quite funny.
Goldberg I'd like to just see Goldberg and Undertaker go to the retirement home and stay there.
I don't want to see Goldberg ever again, personally.
Same with I like Undertaker, but the guy can't move anymore. What's the point?
Well, I mean, to be fair, Taker was. I think it's time we stop pretending. Taker was only good for like half his career, and it wasn't the first half, and it wasn't the last half. It was the middle half.
Taker's way past gassed at this point in time, and besides, he had Michelle McCool as a kid anyway, so I think.
I mean, like if you're being honest, if we're being honest, if I'm being honest, I should say, I think there was one particular era of Taker actually having good matches, right? So he had good matches in 98, then he regressed in 99, then from 2001 to 2013, he put his working boots on and had good matches, and then after that, he couldn't wrestle.
Yeah, I
His
think
early
he pushed
stuff was
himself a
really good.
little too hard between 2013 and 2019, honestly. So
You're saying that in 2008 he was in suicide dives.
okay, maybe 2008 to 2020, 2019, 2000. For the last 9 years of his career, the guy just didn't have it. It felt like.
Yeah, I feel like the straw that broke the camel's back, or I guess the match that ended Taker's good match streak, was that match with the Shield on SmackDown where they triple powerbombed him and fucked up his shoulder. Because
Yeah,
I
although
remember he got hurt.
I'd like to think that the Roman versus Taker match was actually pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
And also
No, you obviously
those people,
you obviously don't remember that match. Do you not remember this dude tried to do?
the people that say Undertaker Brock shouldn't have entered into the streak and that it should have never ended, I actually think those people are right.
Well, I mean, Taker said that Brock was the right guy at the right time, so why are you arguing what the guy wanted?
I mean, I'm sure he could still choke slam me to hell now, but
Yeah, I feel like after Taker got hurt off that triple powerbomb, I feel like he lost all mobility because if you think about it, after that match with the Shield, or Seth or Dean or Roman, whoever it was, he never wrestled a good match after that. Because after that, he had the terrible match at Mania 30, where he lost. He had the terrible match of 31. He had the terrible Hell in a Cell match of 32. He had a terrible match where he couldn't even do the sit up anymore against Roman, and Roman basically killed him. He literally killed Cena. And then, he had the match of AJ, but does that really count as a match? That was like a segment, really.
and then that whole crap of at that Saudi Arabia crap where it was DX against the Brothers of Destruction, where hardly any of them could move anymore.
Except Sean. Sean's still good.
Sean could go back and wrestle if he wanted to, but I think at this point he's done for good.
Well, he said that the match in Saudi Arabia was so bad he actually regretted coming out of retirement. And
Yeah, I heard him say that. And I'm like, John, you have barely any regrets about your career that I know about, and yet this is the first one I've heard.
I'm pretty sure he also probably regrets the 10 tons of alcohol, pills, and coke he was doing from 96 to 98.
I wonder if he regrets the Sunny Days line.
No, I don't think he does, because I think he and Brett had a feud, so, he was probably like, yeah, I was proud of that at the time. I'm not as proud of that now. But,
it's not, he's probably not as proud of it now as he was back then.
Oh, obviously not. Back in the day, he hated Bret Hart, so it was fucking hilarious.
Probably was the first one to be cheering insanely when Brett left to go to WCW.
Well, considering he was the main reason that he left the WWF, he for sure was. Considering he literally
and there was a time and point where HBK and Taker nearly went to WCW, from what I heard.
I mean, Taker going there would have been good purely because the WCW could do the supernatural bollocks better than he could at the time. So
I mean, WCW tried the supernatural stuff with Seven. Dare I bring that up? You don't know how that ended.
Well, I mean, they did it with Vampiro and it worked for a bit.
I mean, I guess Dustin Rhodes just isn't the right guy to be doing supernatural stuff.
Yeah, no, because they tried to do it twice because they had it in I'm pretty sure the thing he did in TNA was supposed to be some supernatural bollocks, and that shit sucked.
Black Rain was horrible. It was I felt like it was just a bad ripoff of Goldust that we would get years later with Stardust. Sorry, Cody.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mention that to him on Twitter, though, because apparently if you mention Black Rain to Dustin Rhodes, he'll block you.
What if you mentioned Stardust to Cody Rhodes?
I don't think... No, Cody doesn't give a shit. Do you not see Cody literally doing the Stardust pose in loads of his matches just to fuck with people?
I haven't caught that yet, no. Did he... What's that about? Has he done it at all back?
Yeah, he did. He did it at Mania when he came back.
I didn't even see that. I guess I was looking away from the screen or something because I missed that.
Yeah, because he literally did the cartwheel and then he did the Stardust hands.
Yeah, I was wondering why Cody had the cartwheels on 2K23. I mean, I pulled that off the other day. I was like, is that some kind of Damien Sandow reference?
No, I mean Bam Bam did a cartwheel.
Bam Bam Bigelow looks
Back
weird
in-
doing a cartwheel, but I'm not gonna lie.
Well, no, he also did a moonsault. So he was just a crazy motherfucker.
Bam Bam had a pretty good moonsault, to be fair.
Bam Bam was just the goat. That's why. Crazy
I mean, he's
motherfucker.
the
This
under.
dude was-
Bam Bam was underrated. Seriously.
Yeah, well, that's mainly because WWE treated him like absolute dog shit.
And I was just griping to Alex about this morning. He didn't say anything back, but that LT versus Bam Bam match at Mania 11 or 12, I don't remember which, was absolute crap.
No, it wasn't. That was one of the best celebrity matches of that era. That was better than the main event. Dude, that was better than Diesel
LT
versus Shawn on
It
that
felt
show.
like LT was. It felt like Bam Bam was carrying that match, at least from the way I watched it.
Oh no, he was. He was carrying it, but that didn't make it a less of a good match.
I mean, to
It
be
was good
fair,
for
I kind
both
of think
that.
Piper and Mr. T versus Hogan and Orndorff for Mania 2 was better.
I think that match was terrible because I don't like Hulk Hogan. And I think Mr. T's wrestling career is overrated as fuck.
Although the main reason I think I say that is because I actually saw a bit of Orndorff in WCW when he was winding it down. I liked what I saw. Kind of wish he had lasted longer.
Now, Orndorff was cool, but then he got injured and he basically couldn't wrestle anymore.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing
Which
that
happened
segment on
really
Nitro where he was written off TV for good by having the Horsemen attack him.
Well, I mean, I think it was because he like fucked up his. I'm pretty sure something similar happened with Rick Rude, but Rick Rude had a back injury.
Are you talking about, like, did Rude actually get attacked by the Horsemen? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about they both basically got written off and left WCW because they both had career-ending injuries, is what I was saying.
At least they
Rick
didn't
Rude had
recycle
a
the whole
spine
Shawn
injury.
Michaels angle of losing my smile just to explain a back injury.
Well, I mean, that was also because he was world champion. That was the main reason he was losing his smile, but semantics.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, because Rick Rude left because he screwed up his spine, and then he showed up in ECW and had a really weird feud with Joel Gertner.
Who isn't even a wrestler, wasn't a wrestler, isn't a wrestler, will never be a wrestler. But
I'm not saying now he's a conspiracy theorist. So
Oh,
I don't think
God.
he's a wrestler. Now he's like, yo, bro, fucking NFTs, bro, Bitcoins.
let's not get into that end of it.
I was about to say, if you, I'm just gonna say it right now, and you can at me at SoraSDeadXX on Twitter.com if you disagree. But if you genuinely like NFTs and Bitcoins, I don't like you. I don't trust you. Go to hell.
So to be fair, my thoughts on Bitcoins and NFTs, I can sum up in one word: scam.
I was about to say, you're spending money on stuff that isn't real. I mean, like, I get it in video games of DLC, but you're not even going to get anything out of it. You just get a shitty picture of, like, a koala that someone can literally just click save image on.
And to be fair, at least with DLC, at least with loot boxes and games, you get something that helps you in the game.
Exactly. You don't get
With
nothing.
NFTs, you get Bitcoin, you get crap. Because not everybody even takes Bitcoin, so...
I was saying, NFTs you end up just getting shitty little pictures that people can literally just clicking copy.
And this is the way it works with anything, but the more of those crappy things that are sold, the less they're worth. So
Yeah.
you can have something that you bought for $50 one day, and in a year or two, it's worth absolute crap.
Yeah.
I think we've gone off on enough of a tangent on that stuff, but
Yeah.
I haven't really touched TW in a while because I've been, GM moding, but still.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of 0-1. That's been pretty fun so far.
I've kind of lost interest in what I was doing with Connecticut Championship Wrestling and TW. I'm trying to think of what I want to do next. I got the idea to go back to 1992 and give Nails that feud with The Undertaker that he would have gotten had he not messed up and put his hands on Vince.
Wait, you're booking the most boring wrestler in existence against another boring wrestler?
Well, they were supposed to go at it in real life until Nails got himself fired. So
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get a 32 rated match on TEW, knock yourself out.
I've had a 0 rated. I don't remember who was in it though.
I mean, I got a 32 rated match the other day with Ray Gordy, aka Jesse, but that was mainly because he was the guy didn't want to put him over. So
I'm not for sure if this is possible, but I swear I've gotten a negative rating in the game before.
I think that was the old TWs you could have that, but I don't think they have that in TW 2020, no.
Yeah, I think that was either 16 or 13. I got a negative rating for a match, and I don't remember what the number was or what the match was, because, those kind of matches, I tend to forget them as soon as they happen. So
I think it was Jesse Ventura versus Demo Dick Marcinko.
wait, Dick Marcinko isn't the guy that had that awful Rogue Warrior game? That Dick Marcinko?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, again, deadlock thing. Because for some reason Jesse Ventura was on an episode of Raw and he started talking about fucking how he's a Navy SEAL and how he's met all the dictators in the world and they're just like Vince McMahon.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to hand the show over to you for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, what am I going to riff on? Okay, 01. 01's a very, very weird promotion when you really think about it, because it was founded during the time that like a lot of Japanese wrestlers had their own little vanity promotions, and 01 technically was one of them, because Shinya Hashimoto, from all of the sources I can find, was freelance for a lot of his career up to that point. So he just kind of went, fuck it, I'll make this company. And he and Otani, Shinjiro Otani, they made that little company. And yeah, I mean, it's still alive now. Although I have no clue who's running it, really, because Shinya is dead because he died in 06 or 05. And Shinjiro Utani has a spinal injury.
Yeah, sorry, I just finished watching an old Eva Marie match. I'm kidding.
No, it's no worries. I was just explaining what 01 was like and how it was like Shinya Hashimoto's like little promotion back in the day. And I don't know who's running it now because Shinya Hashimoto is dead and Shinjiro Utani has a spinal injury that's made it so he can't move.
Yeesh, that almost sounds like what happened. Who was it that died in 2016?
Oh, not Droz. Okay.
He was running Wrestling's Marvelous Future, and I can't think of his name.
I don't know. I mean, Yoshihiro Taki injury.
Come on, think of the name. This was mentioned in one of those wrestling ice. Was it a he was running. I think Misawa was who I was looking for.
No, Misawa died in 2009, and he was running Noah. So
Hayabusa, that's who it was.
Hayabusa was running FMW, so I don't know what you're talking about.
FMW, and then he I think the video said he helped found Wrestling's Marvelous Future. Now I know who mentioned it too. It was Saybox that mentioned it in one of his videos.
I don't remember Wrestling's Marvelous Future, but
yeah, he was saying about how he was saying it was one of his incidents that happened live videos or whatever. And he brought up video brings up Hayabusa, Owen Hart, and all that.
Yeah, because Hayabusa had it in the middle of a tour for FMW.
Yeah, the injury. I think the injury was off of a botched springboard moonsault, if I remember right.
I don't know if it was a springboard moonsault, but I know it was a springboard move, and yeah, he paralyzed himself, and he couldn't walk.
I think the video said he landed on his head.
Oh no, he landed on his head, but it like fucked up his neck, and that's why he couldn't move. Lord. He was paralyzed for almost his entire life until about, I think it was 2014 or 15, because it led to one of the most emotional wrestling moments in history, which was Hayabusa walking for the first time in like 10 years for a speech, I think it was. And it was, I cried. I can't lie. I actually cried.
Incidents that happened, and there was one other one that the Owen Hart one was on his first video on the topic. Then in replacement of that, I believe it was the Pero Aguayo Jr. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that name wrong, but
Rey Mysterio, the guy that Rey Mysterio killed by accident. Yeah. Yeah, again, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure if you reference that, tell that to Mysterio on Twitter, he's also probably going to block you.
I don't think so. I honestly don't think Ray is too worried about that right now. But
Yeah, Shinya Hashimoto, though, who I was talking about, I don't remember how he got hurt. I think it was because he had a really stiff match. But, like, it was really weird because he had just showed up in Hustle and he was doing some stuff in Hustle, you know, doing a little bit of a comedy thing. He had an afro and a chain and he was going crazy. And then he just died. Like, he still had dates that he was going to fulfill and he just died. And yeah, I mean, 0-1 then got passed over more so to Watani than it already was. And then Watani can't even move anymore because of a match in 2018 where he got paralyzed. So I don't know who's booking 0-1. But I don't think it's either of them. Somehow. Well, I mean, Otani probably might be from the hospital or whatever, I guess. Anyway, can we talk about something less depressing?
yes, please. I'm trying to think of anything here, but you still play a lot of 2K22. I don't think I've ever asked for your complete thoughts on the WWE 2K22 game. Honestly, 23 beats it, but you haven't played it yet, so I won't get into that with you. But
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like the combo system quite a lot, actually. It's like a fighting game.
the
I
thing
like
that
it. I'm a
brought it
big
down to
fighting
me
game.
the
I'm a big
most was,
fighting game
to
person.
me, what brings 2K22 down the most, there's two things really: the My Rise and the GM mode.
I don't mind either of them, to be honest. I don't play my GM, though. It's the only thing.
My Rise, the storyline was more nonsensical than it was in 2K20. And literally, I didn't think that was even possible.
Wait. Who just joined? I can't see.
I'm not looking. I didn't hear anybody join, but
I heard a little dun noise, so I'm assuming someone joined.
oh, it's hey, hey, it's one of our co-hosts. It's Steffi.
Yeah, plans changed. I was supposed to make it. Yeah, plans
And
changed.
folks, since Steffi just joined, I have to do one little thing here. He knows what it is.
No. Go ahead, chili boy.
Here's the funny thing. That sound is called wet chili for again. I don't even like chili, so.
Yep, well, that's what happens when you eat chili.
Anyway, we were. What the hell were we talking about, Sora?
I mean, I was talking about
Rise in 2K23.
Oh yeah, the
2K22
2K22 My Rise. I think that My Rise in 2K22 was more nonsensical than the one from 2K20, and that's not. I didn't think that was possible.
I mean, honestly, it's better than 23 because 23 is just, oh, you're playing as these non-existent people. No, I want to play as myself. That's
You
the
do
whole
get
reason
to
I'm
play as
playing My Right.
you do get to play as yourself in the 23 one. There's actually two different parts to it, actually.
Yeah, but you don't. You have to play as a character who technically you're playing a character, but then you have to play a certain character as yourself.
At first,
Listen,
yes,
I don't
but
want to be a lot.
once you
I
get
don't want
past
to
a
be
certain
Molly Holly
point,
fucking door.
once you get past a certain point, they let you use your own look in both cases.
Yeah, I don't care for story modes like that. I just want to be given matches and I can wrestle the matches and win the matches. Because it's
And then again, I don't think you could get much worse than 2K20s overall. So
Yeah.
maybe 2K15.
My favorite my career was
15.
my favorite my career was 2K18. I think was my favorite.
15, though, I give a break because Steffi knows my role. It was the first game in the series. Technically, it wasn't, but it was the first on the next-gen console, so I'll give it a rest.
I mean, 2K16 had a crazy in my career. 2K15 had a pretty decent my career as well.
Even though the 15 one was too short.
I mean, the 2K15 my career is the only one where you can fight CM Punk, so that automatically.
Although the next gen 2K15
still
career,
my favorite part of the whole
Xbox
thing.
One my career mode was too short. Wasn't that the one where you retired as soon as you won the title?
Yep.
No, it was if you won both titles because you could win the world title if you won the Rumble, but if you didn't win the Rumble, you would only win the world. But you could win the title twice.
And then 16, you could finally dual wield titles because I remember I had it where my guy had the world and the WWE title at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I did that in 2K17. Because I was
I did
US
that in
champ and
Universe.
WWE champ.
To be fair, I think we all did that with Seth Rollins in Universe at one point.
I didn't, but yeah, I understand why.
I know. I
Come
can
on.
tell. I
You
can tell
can't-
me and Steffi gave him both titles. I know that.
I say, no,
Because
I
he
was too busy.
was technically the undisputed champion.
Yeah, he was the
No, I was too busy.
Wasn't he the United States and the World Champion at that point?
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh,
No, I'm too busy on that Kota Ibushi double title madness mindset. You get me?
Yeah, Sora is our native Japanese wrestling guy over there.
Well, you would love Justin because I want to see Kenny Omega team with well, the Golden Lovers back
Yeah,
together.
Ibushi. Yeah, I want to see Ibushi.
Yeah, Ibushi.
In AEW. Yeah, it'd be better than him working for $20 for GCW with Hakani Brett Lauderdale.
Wait. Did you say GCW?
Yeah, he wrestled GCW because he had a match against Speedball.
Like
The
Speedball Bailey, the
heck?
guy that's married to Veda Scott.
That's not the only thing that exists about him. He has a lot
That's
of
all I know
personality.
about him.
Just watch Impact. He works Impact.
Seriously, you said it the other day. Who watches Impact?
Well, I watch Impact for Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Masha Slamovich, and that's it.
And
That's
Steffi
a
watches
few.
Impact for Scott
That's all.
D'Amore.
Yeah, shout
Yes,
out
I
to
do.
more though. To be honest. Nah, this
And
company's
honestly,
fucking
I've been thinking about watching lately for Santino Marella though. So
He is
Oh,
funny,
no.
but I want to. Damn it! You tell me D'Amore is not Sangai Dudley. He's literally in the ECW photo. That's
No, I don't-
Sangai Dudley.
I think he
No,
wasn't Dudley,
it's
but
a
he wasn't
social media
signed guy.
No,
Yes,
It wasn't.
Elvin. Who was he?
no, I can tell you right now. It's a random dude that does like social media for Impact. And I only know because I looked it up the other day. Also, random fact of the day: did you know that Judge Jeff Jones from ECW does social media for AEW?
Jeff
Because I didn't.
So now
Stern.
sign guy Dudley is now social media guy Dudley.
Yes,
But yeah, Judge
he
Jeff
is now
Jones,
social media Dudley.
social media Dudley.
Although I
Crazy.
did love Sangai, he was funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
I
that
thought-
at one point,
Honestly, only ECW could get away with half of the stuff he wrote.
Then again, WWE attempted to do that with sign guy Rick years later.
who?
Remember the guy that sat out in the first front row and always had some random sign up during every match?
No.
Oh, Sign
I
Guy, yeah.
I remember
The guy
Sammy
appeared
Guevara
on
did
Deal or
that
No
on
Deal
Dynamite.
with Bobby Lashley and John Cena in 08.
Oh my
Yeah, no.
God, yes.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but I do remember that one time Sammy Guevara was doing a sign guy gimmick for like
Oh, I
2
remember
minutes. And it
that.
was really weird.
During the pandemic, I think it was.
Yes. Oh dear God. Yeah, that went
Only
that went
because there were no fans.
right out the door.
Only because there were no fans there to react to it at the time, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately, but
Could be,
also
could be worse.
fortunately.
Could be his babyface run. God, Sammy's babyface run sucked. Because why the hell would you want to like Sammy Guevara?
I mean, the only reason I'd want to watch, and the only reason I'd like Sammy Guevara, I think everybody knows this by now, but
Because you're
That's
still
why-
Icon T.
pussy.
wait, is it Ty or Tay? Because I've always said it Tay, like, as in Taylor, but
No, I think it's Ty because she's.
I asked on Twitter and I never got a response, so.
Yeah,
I think it's Ty Conti.
Yeah, no, it is because I remember Justin Roberts does the ring announcement and he says Ty Conti. So
Yeah, he says
I
Ty.
guess we'll have to
But
wait
then
until
again-
Wait, and
AEW.
how can you not trust Justin Roberts?
Yeah,
I mean, at least
don't
he's not the same
very
guy
much
that comedically botched Edge's name every he came up as saying rated R superstar, like an O instead of a U.
Oh yeah, Tony Kimmel. Yeah, he was a rated R superstar.
Edge was the only
Hey.
guy that he did that with.
Also,
Oh God, I
random
miss.
reference. They also had that in 2K22, where
Really?
Greg Hamilton does the voice crack, but it was only like once every 3 or 4 plays of Edge. He like does it.
How does it sound? Does it sound spot on, or how does it sound with Hamilton doing it?
It sounds spot on because he literally goes, "The rated R superstar." Hey.
It's a shame we don't have Christian in that game either. So
That's because he was too busy telling Jack Perry his dad's dead. Oh my god, it's
Seriously.
so sorry,
Yeah.
I can't
your
wait
dad's
to
dead.
2 wrestling games I can't wait for. Wrestling Code and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to use the reference. AEW Wait Forever.
Other human.
What
Oh
the
really? Who we
hell?
got here? It's
It's
Justin.
the other Japanese wrestling fan.
Well, welcome to the show, Descendant Saying. I've mentioned you a few times in this show, I'll tell you that much.
Also, he's at work, so he's probably muted. I fortunately am not.
Let's see, is he mutate?
I mean,
Yes, I think he is.
Yeah, he's mutate, but still.
Yeah. I just wanted to
AEW,
jump in.
I'm gonna have to use the reference because he's here again. Too bad I can't hear his reaction, but AEW Wait Forever. I'll be calling it that until it actually comes out, by the way.
I mean, the only reason it's not out is because they had to work on a load of stuff, I think. Something like
I
that.
thought it was because of the GCW lawsuit.
Fucking GC... Yeah, no, well, GCW are a bunch of carnies, so it probably was that.
You know, and I've said this over and over, I'm going to say it live and right now so everybody can hear me. GCW, you don't own that name.
Guess
To be
what?
fair, the only... I think the lawsuit is
Hell,
literally just because... they
Nobody
got a
owns that name.
Fight
the
Forever was a
craziest thing is
WWE
they-
chant long before AEW was a thing.
I mean, it was an
And
ROH
long
song.
before
You know
it
what?
was a WWE chant,
It was
they
an
were
ECW
chanting
chant.
it in ECW.
They were chanting it in ROH. They were chanting it fucking everywhere.
Yeah, so
Fight forever.
nobody actually has
Especially
the copyright to
for
the
the
phrase Fight Forever.
Guerrero Malenko Classic, because they
Oh,
wanted
Lord, I
it to
remember
continue
that.
because
Yeah.
neither one, because the fans did not want either one of them to go to WCW.
ECW.
Nobody cares about ECW.
Oh, well, now we talk.
Hey, thank you, Justin. I knew I would get you to speak. Yo, guess what? Justin, it's just called a Fight Forever, Wait Forever. So I have to defend it.
To be fair, though, Sora, this is the first time we've had a collaboration for the channel, and a 4-person collab nonetheless. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
The other co-host is not able to be here, unfortunately.
yeah.
Yeah, but Eric, I wish you were here because
Yeah,
they
we have
do
a-
make a whole bunch of really bad jokes.
Yeah, you guys with Eric and Justin in the same chat will be pushing the rating of this particular podcast from PG to R in no time flat.
I was gonna say,
And me, hello.
Let's just
Most
say
users have
that
PG-13.
this is my favorite foursome.
Yeah.
Good Lord, what have I
Thank
walked
you,
into?
Justin. And there we go.
Justin,
There
if
you
I
go.
have to, I will mute you. I'll just warn you.
Hey, I thought your favorite foursome was the Broomcraft gang.
Hey. I will mute people. Don't make me do it.
What? I said Boomcraft.
Yeah, that was
I'm
our
in it.
thing, though.
I'll pull out the Glock, aim at your forehead, and splatter your brains all over the sidewalk.
Right, Sora, are you trying to get me banned from YouTube?
No, I'm John Anderson. Also, I've heard worse. to be honest.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire
Art Anderson is definitely,
the entire
definitely.
the entire Attitude Era, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
The most overrated era of all time. Woo!
I'd
Yeah.
argue that. Some parts yes, some parts
Well,
no.
I don't like
I mean-
any of it, to be completely honest.
I mean, this is coming from somebody who, Steffi, shoot me if you wish, but I was watching WCW at the time.
I mean, you do realize,
So was
right?
I.
that ECW was like the only good company in the Attitude. They were the only consistent company. Because WCW and WWE were basically just booking the most random stuff and
They
seeing.
were basically
I mean,
just
yes, I was also watching
WCW and WWE
because
were
I got
WCW and
dragged
WWE
to
were
every
busy.
single pay-per-view.
WCW and WWF were busy taking shots at each other the entire 83 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then ECW said, we're going to push this little guy
And
named Steve
ECW was
Corino.
just like, we're just gonna have some fun.
ECW
Yeah,
was
you
like,
know what?
screw
They
you both.
went. I mean, they went crazy. They pushed a little guy named Steve Corino, and he became the ECW champion. It was some of the greatest fucking
I mean,
programs
what
of all
set that
time.
entire ECW revolution off was a certain franchise spitting on the NWA World Title and throwing it down.
Oh, God,
Yes.
don't tell me. I don't like Shane Douglas.
No, I don't like him either. As a wrestler, as a person, we'll see.
As a
Yeah,
person,
that's-
yeah, I don't know. But as a wrestler,
That's how I'm going to get true heat for this, but that's how I feel about Chris Benoit. As a person, shove him out the door. As a wrestler,
Oh, you know,
I respect the guy.
someone. I don't care. I don't respect the guy in any sort of thing. Dude,
No,
Wrestler
I
is
don't
one of the
either. After what he
greats.
did, I'm sorry.
As a wrestler, Benoit is one of the
Oh,
greats.
my
You can't
God,
take that away. But as a guy,
Yugi's gonna kill me for this because he likes to argue that Benoit is like a decent guy. He's
I
a
don't
good
know if
wrestler.
I believe
Well,
he's innocent anymore, though. But
He isn't. He isn't.
I don't either. I
and
mean,
trust us, folks. This horse has been beaten dead as bad as much as the Montreal Screwjob. This will be the last time we ever bring this up.
Sorry.
the one thing is, we don't know what happened. So
I'm trying to
the
think
fans
of a
can
PC way to say
speculate
this.
all we want on what happened. There are two people that know the truth.
And neither one of them are still here. Well, actually, the dad
Exactly.
is. I don't even think Michael Benoit knows what happened.
No, the two people are Nancy and Chris Benoit.
Are
And
not
neither
here
one of them
anymore.
are here to tell their story.
But there was
So-
this rumor. There was a thing going around that said the night of the incident, Hardcore Holly was supposed to go visit him. So what I have to say is, if Hardcore Holly if Benoit had actually allowed Holly to come over, could he have stopped the incident, or would he have been taken down with them?
I think we'd be
well,
missing
he-
three people.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to think of a PG way to say this, but I just remembered a version of the Montreal Screwjob that's not very PG, and it got taken off the internet because of WWE suing the people that made it.
But
I'm trying to think of what you're talking about.
Okay, wait. Can I say like adult videos on like YouTube?
You could say the phrase, yes, but I'm not playing any of them on this podcast. Forget that.
Oh, obviously not. Yeah, no. But there was an
no,
adult movie.
we don't expect you to play any videos or anything on. It's just, especially the
This
one
is
video that
supposed
I
to
sent.
be a PG-13 podcast, people. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that I sent in my little section. Yeah, that's definitely
we
pushing
will never be
PG-13.
watching that video on this YouTube channel. Forget it.
Yeah, the
PG-13,
video I
PG-13.
refer to is the infamous Kimono Wanalea dancing on the ECW
Well,
arena.
There it is again. She
That's
always
it. That's all
finds
I'm
a
gonna
way
say.
to
Hold it.
always
Time out.
finds a
Video.
way to bring it up.
That's it.
Didn't Miss
It is
Hancock have a
definitely
similar?
not
Yeah,
a
hold on.
PG-13 video.
Steffi,
I think it's more, well, it's
Didn't,
borderline PG-13 rated R.
Didn't Miss Hancock have a similar gimmick in WCW where she danced on the announce table to distract opponents?
Yes. Thank you,
I don't think she stripped.
WCW, for stealing that.
I don't think she actually stripped, though. That's the thing.
No. Kimono Wanalea, yes.
Then again, the ECW could get away with it because the network they were on didn't give a crap at the time.
Well,
The network obviously didn't like them.
technically,
Yeah.
they did.
Well, no, Paul didn't give a shit. He was just like, "I dare you to throw us up here. I dare
To be
you.
fair,
I double dare you, motherfucker." Throw us
The
up
only
here."
network that I could think of that gave a real crap was USA over the whole Pillman's got a gun thing.
That was mainly because he dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah. Not because he had a gun and wanted to kill somebody, but
Nothing. I've got 2 words for you that top that.
What?
316?
What? Oh, God, yes.
Wait, repeat that.
Live sex
Don't
celebration.
remind me of that.
We tried not to remember that.
Why not? I loved it.
Because it was a
Yeah,
lame
I
angle,
literally
though.
had to I literally had to grab Owen away from the TV and tell him you're going to bed.
I'm trying to remember. I think I turned on Impact at that point in time just for something other to watch because I didn't want to see it.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're
like
watching
you can
TNA in
either go to
2000
bed or you can turn a different show on because we're not watching WWE tonight.
We're gonna watch Rhino versus Jeff
Wait a
Jarrett.
minute, was Impact even still on Monday nights at that point? Because I could have sworn they were on Thursdays at that point.
No, they
Only
didn't go
on
into
Monday.
Monday. Wait, hold up. What year are you thinking of? They didn't go to Mondays
2008.
until like 2009. They didn't go.
So
They didn't go onto Monday until 2009.
There wasn't
And
another
the Live
wrestling
Sex
show on
Celebration
that
was in-
night.
yes,
Also, the Live Sex Celebration was in 2006.
yeah.
This is true. So yeah, I think
was on Thursday.
thankfully, I think what I did was for that segment, I turned on the Dallas Stars game and started watching ads.
That's just scary.
Yeah,
we-
I think you can turn
that.
something else on or you can go to bed.
Because it was like, Steffi, 2006 is one of the years the Dallas Stars were actually still good.
And there goes Justin. Oh, there he is. Justin,
Of course,
y'all come poopa at work suck.
Steffi, you realize our team got curb stomped yesterday.
Yes, I
We took
know.
4, and then it was just a day of hockey curb stompings for me. The Stars didn't fare too much better either. So
Yeah, it was just a
7
day
to
that we don't want to remember.
7-2 to the Seattle Kraken.
Whew,
I hope I can't even say
Well,
the word Kraken.
Seattle
Too.
butt cracking.
There we go. That's my joke.
What the heck?
That's my joke right there, Stephricus. I use that every day on Facebook and here on Discord.
The butt cracking?
You've heard me use it several times in other chats.
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
I think Eric even stole that joke from me too.
Okay. What happened to Sora?
So I think she's been in and out all day, basically.
So yeah, there's technical. So yay, Justin. Okay, ready?
Well, the
Oh, great.
better team
The
won.
podcast is hijacked.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that
Ready?
with the Seattle Kraken, but seriously, several Stars fans were saying this on Facebook this morning, and I agree with them. Miro Heiskanen getting hurt us horribly.
Of course it did.
Ready?
Nice.
Justin.
Uh-oh.
Ghosted.
What?
I got 2 words for you.
Seattle Kraken?
No.
2 words I'd rather not hear for the rest of the series.
5, 6. Okay.
No.
Like it?
Yes.
I knew you were going there. Shame I
Yeah.
can't play. It's a shame I
missed.
can't play the actual song on this podcast for copyright reasons, but
There is one song, though, that you can play.
What?
yeah, I know. Yeah, if he's talking about Brass Bonanza, that's the intro theme to this podcast, actually.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm talking about Loaded.
That one I've actually got copyrighted for too. So
Yeah.
Odd, because that isn't a copywritten song. It's
No,
public
it wasn't.
access.
It wasn't WWE that copyrighted me though. I don't remember
Who?
who it was, but it wasn't. I don't remember who, but it was not WWE. Because I remember I had it playing in one of the old WWE games that I played, probably 19 or 20. Got copywritten for it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, then again, WWE will copyright you for anything that's in their game, whether it's theirs or not.
Yeah, it's stupidity. That's why I don't.
That's why I don't
That's
like to mess with the 2K.
bullcrap.
That's the
why I
reason
don't buy their games. It's like I've had enough. I'm done.
and that's the same reason I have You notice how when I have the menu playing during my NHL streams, I don't use the actual songs. I use the NHL 23 theme instead because they can't copyright me for it.
Nope, because
It's the NHL's.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it's
Fuck
EA's
them.
actually. Wait, is it EA's or the NHL's? Honestly, it's one of those things where I don't think EA actually cares that much.
They just say, "Fuck them."
I would, but there's the little issue of me still liking the Madden and FIFA games.
Yeah.
And didn't a division of EA technically make Hogwarts Legacy?
No. Avalanche did.
Ah. I'm trying to think.
I wish.
EA did The Sims 2. Well, Maxis did, but they're technically owned by EA now, so it's EA.
Yeah, but
And The
oh
Sims still plays pretty well, actually. Sims has always been a classic game franchise, even if Sims 2 was not very good. I'm going to get heat for saying that because I have several friends that love
no,
Sims 2.
it wasn't.
Wait, which Sims 2 are we talking about? Are we talking about the PC one or the console one?
Console.
Yeah, the console. The PlayStation 2 Sims 2 was
I've-
dog crap.
I've got a question.
What?
How can we piss off Yugi?
That's up to you guys. I'm staying out of that one.
Wait, what was the question? My mic cut out.
He wants to know how we can hack off Yugi. Just say anything negative about Bailey. Seriously.
Yeah, just say anything negative about Bailey, say anything negative about women's wrestling.
I mean, I tried to tell him that Io Sky only lost last night, or on Saturday night, because Bailey got involved when she shouldn't have. And I think I got ignored for an entire day because of that. I was just telling the truth. I mean, everybody that saw Backlash probably would agree with me. Bailey doesn't get involved.
Yep.
Io wins.
Truth.
And we
then
all know
again-
that. We all know Damage Control will be fighting over that tonight on Raw. I'll bet you anything.
I'm so over with this day. Oh, Hogs head in.
Kind of like how I'm kind of sick of Damage Control already. Yeah, I'm gonna
See,
get,
I like her, but she's not doing much that actually means anything there. She needs to do what her good friend Mercedes
okay,
did.
so not to interrupt, but Sora is not going to be back this episode, so we can either end the recording now and just continue to talk, or, well, it's up to you guys since you guys invaded. So,
Eh,
end it. Should
Wait,
I
wait,
just
wait,
mute?
wait.
Should I mute
we
you
could
two
do a
and then-
discuss.
Wait. Did you just say that Steffi and I invaded?
It was a joke.
Yes.
So
Don't
Are
start playing
you
Goldberg's thing. You're going to
calling
get copyrighted
us-
for that.
are you calling us the outsiders then?
No, I was hoping for a Goldberg joke, but or should I say?
Wait. Where's the NWO thing when you need it?
Don't. You'll get us copyrighted. Just
I
remember
was going to
Steph.
use a bootleg version of it.
If you want to use a bootleg version, just use It's a New World.
Yeah.
I think I could find that on YouTube.
Voodoo
Let's see if
Child.
Voodoo Child will indeed get us copyrighted.
Yes.
I know.
Let me see if I can get this playing on the podcast here. Because I've got it up right here. Let's see if you can hear it.
The most nuggety,
Stupid
nuggalicious,
ads. Seriously.
nuggastic chicken nuggets.
It's a KFC ad.
You're always saying be the change. So come on, man. Be the change. Let's do this.
KFC, who the hell wants their mid chicken?
Hey, KFC chicken is,
Can y'all hear that?
no.
No.
Okay, hang on a minute. Let me see if I can bring up what I was doing with Sora earlier that it let me do that.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to switch it
Wait a
real quick. Give me
second.
1 minute. We're getting the.
Wait a second. So if Steffi and I are the outsiders, then who's who?
I only know one thing. I'm my namesake, the name that I carried for years on UCW's forums.
sorry about that. Phone
I
call.
am apparently Sean Waltman.
If Steffi and I are the outsiders, then which one's Steffi?
She'd be
Well,
Miss Elizabeth.
no. Outsiders.
$69 US Special Forces device turns
Paul and Nash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
so-
public by inventing a device that emulates
Which one would Steffi be?
Here we go.
Probably Scott Hall or Kevin Nash because basically wherever I go, you go.
There you go.
Yeah, and you do a better Scott Hall impersonation. May he rest in peace.
Assuming y'all can hear it now.
Nope.
Nope.
Weird, because Sora said she was able to hear the Brass Bonanza tune at the beginning of the show, so. Alright, so I think with that madness, we're going to end it here for today. But until next time, for the now departed from the podcast for today, Sora Stryder, for our two co-hosts, Stephanie and Justin, I am Riveting Will 22, saying just, one thing. And that one thing is, Blair the Brass Bonanza. We're out of here. Bye-bye.